皆さんこんにちは、あちらです。本日のゲストは私の友達アビ。
はい、私はアビです。松山住んでます。イギリス人。よろしくお願いします。
皆さん、アビは新しい抹茶セット買いました。本日私たちは茶道があります。茶道に参加します。よし、今からアビ先生は抹茶を作ります。素敵な茶碗があります。めちゃくちゃ楽しみです。そしてレンコンのこのものです。本当に可愛い。
これはラク焼き。
ラク焼き。
ラク焼きfrom京都。
京都、わー、素晴らしい。抹茶は岡井戸、松山の岡井戸で買ったの抹茶です。そしてこのものも松山で買いました。よし、始めます。
So recently I learned this casual tea ceremony, it's called, in Kyoto.
Wow. I've been to Uji. Amazing city. Have you been to Uji?
Uji? Actually not been to Uji. But it is on my list of places to go.
Try the Uji's matcha. It was very tasty.
I do it every day. So, ehime is very famous for this kind of sweet. It's made of special sugar that's been produced in Shikoku for a long time. Small sugar sweets, and they're very delicious. Actually, I didn't know about them until I went to casual tea ceremony in Tokyo, and they said, "Oh, you're from Shikoku. You should know this."
めちゃくちゃ美味しい。抹茶の匂いが素敵。私は抹茶が大好きです。アビと一緒に抹茶を飲むのが好きです。I've been to tea ceremony in Kanazawa, but we had the wagashi, summer season wagashi. おいしい。アビは初めて日本に来たのはいつの頃でした？
多分9月2年前。
すごい、めっちゃ長いと思います。私はまだ1年間日本に住んでますが、アビはもう2年間住んでいます。So, what was your first impression about Japan? Because I remember you lived in different countries before Japan.
I did like more short more short stay in Bangladesh. Firstly, I thought the trains were amazing. The first time I visited Japan actually was before I moved here. I came here for 1 month and I traveled from Hokkaido to Hiroshima. We went to Ten Prefecture on the way. Yeah, it was amazing. Then, when I came here, I wasn't that surprised because I'd already been here to live, but I was the most surprised maybe about Ehime because I'd never been to Ehime. So I found that Ehime was so different from actually Honshu and Hokkaido. And then when I've explored more, when I've been to Kyushu and when I've been around Ehime more and Honshu more and Hokkaido again, I realized how different the areas are. So that surprised me a lot with the food, everything.
私も同じでした。愛媛県について全く知りませんでしたが、愛媛県に引っ越して、わあすごい、これも日本だ。本当にびっくりしました。長い間イギリスに住んでて、後で突然日本に引っ越して、イギリスと日本はどう違いますか？何がカルチャーショックでしたか？
Some culture shock that I had in Japan and like differences mostly maybe are about like openness. So I think England and Japan is kind of similar with some social rule. I think actually like compared to America and Japan, maybe more similar. Japan and England may be more similar than maybe America and Japan. oh, you kind of have to read atmosphere a lot. But I did find like working in Japan is much more hierarchical. But in England, you can kind of be friend and be very casual with your boss and your colleagues. Whereas I made many mistakes when I first came to Japan because I was maybe too casual, too friendly. I think they enjoyed it, like appreciated it, but at the same time I started realizing no one was acting like I was, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to be less casual kind of with my attitude. Yeah. I work in a high school, English language teacher, mostly assistant in high school. My job is amazing. I really love teaching English because it's like a really important skill, and they can use it to like broaden their future. I enjoy learning about like my old students, like new lives in university, or maybe going abroad. Some go to Singapore and they say, thank you so much, Abi sensei, like you really unlocked my English speaking skill.
そうですね、これは本当に素晴らしい機会だと思います。イギリス人と一緒に英語で話すことは本当に素敵なチャンスだと思います。ありがとうございます。日本に引っ越して友達作るのが難しかったですか？日本人との関係はどうでしたか？日本人とのコミュニケーションどうでしたか？
It's kind of difficult sometimes because I think they're kind of plan ahead. For example, if I want to meet someone who I've just met, like they say, oh yeah, let's meet, but like in 1 month or 2 weeks.
同じこと。
So I think people in Europe or especially living in the city is like, are you free right now? Are you free tonight?
Yeah.
So when I've done that with my Japanese friends, they're kind of like, oh, Bakushita. Like, oh, now? Like, no, I have to do things. When we become closer, friendship, it seems to be much more flexible. Like I can say, hey, you want to go grab coffee? Like, oh, it may be on a weekend, like, oh, it's a Sunday. Like I have no plan. I go, oh, are you free? Would you like to go grab a coffee? And they're like, yeah, sure. And it's become more open. And I think them having friend who is foreigner also makes them more confident speaking English, and slowly over time we get more confident. And I actually have a Japanese boyfriend. Yeah, like 1 year and 4 or 5 months. So, but right now he lives in Tokyo. But at the start, he was so shy and also kind of very organized, like socially. So he's like, I can't do this day, but I can do this day. And I had to like book him. Like
日本人友達作ったらもしかして最初に私たちはシャイ、日本人友達はシャイかもしれませんが、後で親しくなって全然シャイではない。ありがとうございます。よし、そして次の質問は、今日本に住んでいますね、松山。でも将来のプランとか予定、将来に何をしたいですか？
My plans are kind of not set in stone right now. A lot of things are working in different ways. So, but I would like to stay in Japan. Either if it's now or in the future, I will probably be in Japan for longer. I would like maybe to explore Japan in a different area next, like maybe, I don't know when, maybe a year or so. I'd like to go to another area of Japan. But I am also interested in maybe going to different countries, like in Asia, like Taiwan or Korea, South Korea and other places. But I think actually maybe even if I did that, I might end up back in Japan. I'm really trying with my Japanese at the moment. It's not amazing, but it's getting better. I just don't have confidence right now to talk in Japanese. But I will have confidence, hopefully. If I ever do a video again, I will try more.
そうですね、皆さん。アビは本当に熱心で頑張り屋さんだと思います。 アビを応援しましょう、皆さん。本当に素敵なお話ありがとうございます。抹茶も本当に美味しかったです。
ありがとう。
めちゃくちゃ本当にごちそうさまでした。アビへの質問があればコメントで書いてください。後でもう一回アビと一緒に動画を撮ります。皆さんの質問に答えます。この動画を見てくださって本当にありがとうございます。もしかしてちょっと短い動画かもしれませんが、もっと長い動画を撮りたいと思います。いつも動画を見てくださって本当にありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。私のチャンネルの登録を忘れないでください。高評価とコメントも書いてください。じゃあ次の動画で会いましょう。バイバイ。